shit. No. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. All right. Plus minus. Lovely. What up, guys? What up, boys? How are we? I gotta throw something on the TV for us too. Let me get a better angle. Can I do this? Can I do this? Can I do this, man? Not really. Maybe we'll do that later. There's no real games on anyways, I guess. How are we doing, guys? Oh, shit. It's such a big board today. This is such a problem. How are you all? How is everybody? Guess we can end up trimming some fat off it or something. What's up, Hunter? How are you, bro? How are you? Damn it, flip the camera. You're right. What was I about to do? I literally had something. My buddy just called me. I don't know if it was related to his wedding or something. My brain just like pittered out there. It's like, what? There's something that was supposed to be done. Can everybody see? I think we're all right. Bueno? Oh, that's a good looking board. That's bueno. We'll throw a game on. What do we got on? What do we have on? Is anybody watching anything? We'll start in like a few minutes. Has anybody got any early questions? Any games for games that are tipping soon that people want to look at? Anybody got anything? Anything important? So no Tulane, King Ant. I don't know, bro. I just don't know if I want to play against Temple. I think I would rather be on them because unlike most, we like playing Tulane without Jalen Cook. Like we'd rather be on Tulane without Jalen Cook. I think I'm going to have to move myself into the I'm not quite a Jalen Cook guy camp for the time being. Well, I mean, I guess we are there. I've been in that camp, but now I feel even more so in that camp. Is Norfolk's line CMOD? I was listening to somebody talk about that earlier. Fuck are they playing? What was that? I forget what they were saying. I don't really know that team too well, brother. I wish I could give you better advice, but I haven't followed Norfolk too much. Oh, Morgan State's got some decent guard. I think Morgan State can score. I'm pretty sure Morgan State's pretty talented. I think that's why. What? You think it's odd in what direction? Stasiusowski. What direction do you think it's odd in? Like too short or too wide? I think Morgan State's supposed to be decent. But I think Norfolk State's like clearly the class of thing. Yeah, I think it's just Morgan State talent. I mean, to be 6 points better on a neutral's pretty significant as it is. Iowa, I don't know, man. I like Rutgers, but I'm kind of buying what Iowa's putting down. Like we talked about it yesterday on the live stream, but we didn't touch anything in the Iowa Northwestern game, but we were like, keeping an eye on it, and they beat the living shit out of them. They embarrassed them. And that was right after all those missed free throws down the stretch in the Iowa game, in the Illinois game. So now you kind of like, what would you expect to happen next with a team that's that talented, that's now starting to play more optimal lineups? We said we'll start buying Iowa when Tony Perkins goes in the starting lineup. Well, Tony Perkins has been in the starting lineup, and outside of like 10 missed free throws and like a 3-minute like complete, like that's a 1 in, however that happens 1 in 100 times with that team, all those missed free throws to lose that game. If you really think about it, they just hit half of those and they beat Illinois in there, and like the different narrative, nobody would even be thinking like, is Rutgers going to upset Iowa? So I want Rutgers to be able to. I'm a Rutgers guy. Ron Harper has made me a shitload of money over the course of his career, and I really like him. The thing I worry about is those stretches in the game where they just literally can't score for shit. And like their offense goes completely cold. And, we're just resorting to like pull up jump shots from outside and stuff. Even if it's Ron Harper doing it, it's still like compared to what I was going to be putting down, that's going to look like, that's kind of, what that game reminds me of today? It's like a TCU team that I want to buy. Like I would love to buy TCU against Kansas. But where I run into problems is, does the line scare you at all with Bonnie's? But where I run into problems is there's just going to be scoreless stretches. Like there's those stretches where Kansas can just drop like 12 in like 2 minutes. And then like TCU is going to answer with what? Fucking Mike Miles and Damian Baugh mid-range jump shots. Like, fuck. That's going to be so shitty. Like you can just imagine a scenario where it's like, what did I say about what was Agbaji's final line in that Kansas game? Because I feel like my statement about Agbaji just showing his nuts out when we went over the Big 12 bracket and why I picked Kansas was just him showing his nuts out during this tournament. I feel like Agbaji's another kind of guy that will respond. Does the line scare you with Bonnie's? I don't know. Like I should have put out stuff last night, but the line opened at like plus 1.5 Bonnie's. I mean, they've been hammered. So I don't know what would scare me with it. There should be buyback. I put like a wait sign because I was like, no way it goes to like -1, -2 Bonnies, but it actually went all the way on the other side. What's up, Titan? How are you? I forgot to check the score of the Coyotes game. My bad, dude. Dairy Cow, what's up? But nothing scares me with the Bonnies one. I think line movement's been like, if anything, there's been more line movement than what I thought. I thought there would be more buyback by now. But there hasn't been. But we've talked about this matchup however many times during both of the regular season matchups. There's perimeter size and perimeter size. Midnight Titan, you fucking animal. You animal. I knew you were. No, I'm not watching the Indiana game. We should put it on. I was watching the Texas A&M game. Remember I talked about that yesterday? The score's not looking so bad so far. Danos, what's up, guy? I'll put on the Indiana game now. But if Bonnie's has perimeter size, right? Like that takes away, and at like the size, the experience, the toughness, the athleticism, like relative athleticism to Jimerson. If you can cover Jimerson, you've kind of the whole game. That's the whole game, is covering Jimerson and making Yuri Collins beat you. Make the other guys beat you like Yuri Collins and stuff. Like, if I didn't respect St. Louis as much as I do, I would have this as a bigger play because matchup-wise, this is always going to be St. Bonnie's. Indiana, A&M, and LSU look like it's coming down to LSU. What? You have a parlay with those? Yo, by the way, Danos. We hit the parlay. If you would have done the 4-teamer I pointed out on the board, it would have hit yesterday, huh, guy? I'm not a parlay guy, but that would have been cool. I think you hit it anyways, right? Whatever one you did. But yeah, so Bonnie's line movement doesn't scare me. I think all of the stuff I was going to put out last night, the line movements moved. Like San Diego State got the line movement you'd like to see. That's a great matchup for San Diego State. Great coaching matchup with Dutcher versus Medved. Really like VCU today. This is another one where the steam is just like, dude, I got to start putting out stuff overnight because things are getting steamed like out of control. Like the UAB game is out of control. That steam is out of control. The SMU game now, the steam's out of control. They're getting steamed like 3-4 points. This is absurd. Like it's getting wide. Really like VCU today. Yeah, I just don't see how VCU loses. I just don't see. The first game they won, I'm pretty sure it was at Richmond, and Ace Baldwin had like an ass-awful game. Like a terrible game and was playing terrible. Can't play any worse. And just Vince Williams played really well. I just always think VCU wins this matchup. I just always think VCU I think VCU wins this tournament. It's either them or Davidson, I think. But we believe in this VCU team. I just don't. Richmond's always, I don't know what happened to Richmond. We talked about it, but that Blake Francis kid just kind of, I feel like he messed up the juju there and it never got back. So I get Richmond's wildly experienced and stuff. I mean, they were just in a dogfight down the whole game against Rhode Island. I mean, come on now. Long Beach, yeah, I'm starting to believe. I just kind of believe, and I believe in that Slater kid's leadership. And I think AJ Mitchell's starting to get a little tired for UCSB. He's been going ultra. He's a freshman, a Belgian freshman who's been going ultra high usage for like a couple months now. The kid's starting to look tired. They were like melting down versus Irvine. I think people are way overvaluing the win versus Irvine. I don't think that means anything. I don't think the win versus Irvine. We thought Irvine stinks. I don't know why UCSB wasn't a play yesterday, but Irvine stinks. So that means nothing. People are overvaluing the name on that win. And this line just gotten out of control. Like, I was just going to play the +4, but if you're going to give me like plus 160 on Long Beach, like you're telling me Long Beach doesn't even win this game 40% of the time, you're lying to me. You're just lying to me. I don't think Colorado will beat Arizona again, to be honest. I just saw too many turnovers yesterday in the Oregon game. Like, that was an easy win. We said it would be an easy win for Colorado. I really like a lot of their execute. I don't know. It's not. I like their front court execution more than their back court execution, which is weird. And obviously, you got to get the ball to the front court. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Let me throw on the Indiana game. I lean Colorado for sure. If you can get a 10 like that are out right now, 10 seems like it's a little crazy. Just with how Colorado's playing. Colorado's been playing good basketball. Arizona, we don't think is that good. I just didn't like how many turnovers there were. There were a lot of turnovers by Colorado yesterday that were really unforced. Like, really unnecessary turnovers at points, which I didn't expect as much. They just played like good. Indiana won. Indiana won. Dude, is Indiana going for a bid? Is Indiana going bid hunting right now? I mean, they might have just gotten it. I guess they got their bid today. Yeah. Wow, they got their bid. Impressive. Who showed out? Did Xavier Johnson show out? I'd be so happy for him. That's cool. How bad did you feel for Eastern Washington yesterday? Did anybody watch that game? Did anybody watch that? That was brutal. With like 3 tip-ins at the end. Oh my God. Thank God I took the 4. Knew they were a young team. That's the only reason I'm taking the 3 with Creighton. It was 3.5 last night, annoyingly. But the only reason I'm taking the points with Creighton, because I think they went outright, is just I respect Providence. It's pure respect. And I know you guys are old. I respect you. But, man, Jared Bynum is going to have trouble initiating offense today. Let me tell you. It's not going to be a fun time for Jared Bynum today. I think, anyways. They're playing some pretty good perimeter defense on Creighton right now. That Trey Alexander kid, we said we like him. Let's star him. Let's put a little star next to Trey Alexander's name, please. Somebody tell me why I shouldn't take UCLA to cover. I don't know. USC is one of my pet teams. God, that was ugly yesterday. I ended up going last night to that game, and it was ugly. Ugly. Indiana about to punch their ticket. I think they did. Lock of the day, Grambling over Texas Southern. Does Grambling pressure the ball? Riley? Curbelo missed a layup at the end. Wow. Grambling, if Grambling pressures the ball, Texas Southern really can't handle the ball, but they can do a lot of other things well. If you pressure them, they're fucked. Like a Southern that pressures the ball really well. So if Grambling pressures the ball, I like it. If they don't pressure the ball, then I'm not sure. Do I like Kentucky -11? I don't know, dude. We took Vandy yesterday and they won outright. We said to take the money line. They won outright yesterday. We said they would because Rodney Chapman and his experience and what he brings to this team and how it's undervalued in the market. Like, this guy played alongside Jalen Crutcher in a backcourt for like a top 15 team in the country. Like, do people forget that? So I think he is wildly underrated in the market. 11's a lot, but I think Kentucky matches up really well with Vandy. And if they just literally beat the living shit out of them. Auburn's going to come back. Cool. Let's watch. I'd love to watch the end of that game. Let's see what they can do. Let's see what these guards are made of. Montana State as dogs is disrespectful. I agree. How do I not buy Iowa -7 against Rutgers? I think Rutgers is gritty. I think they can put them in a game that's slower and gritty. But ultimately, yeah, I definitely would lean that side. Just with Iowa's the response yesterday. I can only buy Iowa stock. I would have normally have probably been on Rutgers, but I can only buy Iowa stock right now. They're pressing right now. A&M looks kind of panicked. Yeah, their press is scary. Let's see what they can do away from home. Auburn's kind of only been able to really turn it on at home. Let's see what they can do. Vandy 3 games in 3 days. Good point. And Chapman coming back. He's probably not conditioned very well. I like that point. What did you say before this? Texas Southern doesn't have a player that averages over 10 points a game. Grambling going to crush them? Yeah, but that's because that's just their system, Riley. Like, I think that Jones guy, that's the coach, John Jones, right? I think he plays that's his system, is to play a lot of people. They're calling everything in Auburn A&M. Yeah, I think they would probably, Auburn's one of their babies. They're going to give them a chance to come back for sure. We can throw this on a little bit. I guess people are still filing in. Let me, what do you want to, you can vote if somebody wants to watch the game instead, but we'll see, because a big part of my handicap is that I think that Texas A&M probably has the best 4 guards in this game. Over what you've seen over the course of the year, they have 3 or 4 of the best guards in this game. So it's either 3 of the top 4 or 4 of the top 4 guards in this game. So Flanagan just hasn't quite gotten back into the rhythm of things this season. Next season will be good for him. Hopefully he comes back. He'll come back. I mean, where's he going to go? So what else are people looking at? I think Montana State is straight disrespectful, if for nothing else than the fact that Weber State's has terrible team chemistry, and Kobe McEwen is a top 5 worst leader I've ever seen in sports, next to Jimmy Butler and I don't know who else. He reminds me of Jimmy Butler. Big at blaming things on other people when things go wrong on the court and just kind of looking so, and beating a soft shit. You know who Montana should play? UC Davis, and see which team is softer. Vandy was an awesome game yesterday, Peterson. Good day yesterday. Great day yesterday. What does EV mean? Even money, Mike Hawk. What do the magnets on the side mean? They're units. So these are supposed to be the pancakes. And they correspond in my profile, but I just do 2 unit, 2 unit, 1 ones, and then these are I don't have enough green magnets. I really need avocado and pancake magnets. They would make a big difference in my life. If anybody sees avocado pancake magnets while they're out, just fucking grab them, send them to me, and message me, and I'll obviously get you back. But that's a big thing that I need in life right now. I haven't been able to find them on Amazon or anywhere. So maybe gotta get really high and go on Etsy. I love UNC over Virginia Tech. You know what, dude? Tyler B, I can believe it. Just if UNC is going to play up to their talent level, then, I can see it. Virginia Tech, I mean, they're going to have their backcourt out-talented 3-1. So, but Virginia Tech is going to be the much steadier team, whatever. Oh boy, we're going to have a game here. Miami money line. Yep, I've got a little bit of Miami money line out of respect. I mean, just the way Duke plays defense on ball screens, just fundamentals backdoor cut shit like that. I mean, it's just out of respect. I have to take some Miami money line. I also have a future on them to win. I have a plus 900 or something future on them, maybe plus 1,000 future on them to win the ACC tournament. Play of the day is a 3-teamer. That sounds like an oxymoron, Shane Neckenberg. Cincy up 30-27 right now. Are they? That's good to hear. I'll have to turn that on in a bit. Said it all last week. I have Miami winning the ACC. I love it, Tyler B. You did say that, actually. Illinois has me reconsidering my life course. That's funny. I feel like Miami plus 8.5 is disrespectful. It's down to that. I haven't seen that. Chance Auburn can still go over total point. What that means? Auburn fighting back. Yeah, it's going to be a good game. Let's see what they're made of. Let's see what they're made of. Let's see what A&M's made of. I actually believe in A&M's guards long term, and I believe in, obviously, Buzz Williams as a coach. So let's see if they can get it done. Let's see if Auburn can get it done on the other side. Let's see if we learn something about Auburn's guards. Very pivotal moment for Auburn right now. They're going to try and do something in the tournament, because I think you got to come together as a group. One of the reasons why I took Texas A&M, I talked about this the other day, but I think their guards have been like fighting on the sidelines a lot, and with Jabari Smith being like, get me the fucking ball where and when I want it, and then being like, no, I'm psycho. So I'm kind of reverting back to my early season views on Auburn's guards. We'll see. Let's see right now. Abilene Christian, Moneyline against Seattle. It scares me a little bit that Seattle's so good at ball handling and Abilene Christian relies on so many turnovers, Dillon O'Donnell. That would be what scares me. That's why that didn't make the board. I do like Abilene Christian senior guards, though, but that's annoying. Why Long Beach? I think the price is wildly disrespectful. I think we have the better guard play. They have one guard. UCSB relies wildly heavily on, he's probably the best guard in the conference in A.J. Mitchell, even though he's a freshman. He's probably the best guard. I want the ball with one guy to score in the conference. I probably take maybe AJ. The kid's wearing down, though. If you saw at the end of the game yesterday, you saw UCSB and Jet like kind of blow that lead a little bit, stuff like that. That's because their guard play outside of the one kid who's now wearing down because he's a Belgian freshman is shit. Like the Sani guy, the Calvin Wishart guy, all those guys are wild. They have one. So it's like one guard versus like a ton, and they have so many bodies to throw at them for Long Beach. Long Beach is, I love the leadership from the Slater kid. At one point, Long Beach starts to just get real. Would you be able to turn the screen to the Auburn game? Yeah, I just don't want to fuck with people's view. I wonder if there's a way. I just can't. Do you guys want a sideways? Memphis is such a big dark horse. Maybe. I don't trust Tyler Harris at the end of a game, of a big game. Houston in bad foul trouble. You love to see it. TCU just scares me, Richter, that there's just going to be a crazy run. And there's just going to be a run where it's really close, and then they're going to be trying to answer like Agbaji and Braun threes and like, legit with freaking, Damian Baugh mid-range jumpers or something. Like, that's a scary time. And my thesis before picking Kansas to win the Big 12 is that Agbaji is just going to come and show out like crazy. So far, I think he might, because he's the best player in college basketball. If you could have one player in college basketball, who would it be? What's that? I like that, Neckensburg. It would be Agbaji for me. Oh, boy, there's so many people. I'm not taking any Corpus Christi, Carson. I am to win the conference thing, but I don't know. I think I'm giving up the guard play there, even though I like that team. I feel like I'm giving up some guard play. Move head? Okay. Move my head. Yes. Okay, the chat's moving so fast. I'm struggling. Thoughts on Iowa money line and the over? I don't know. I think you might get a better price live, but they might just run over their faces. Kent State plus 3.5. Oh, there's like, are you pulling it or something? Can Davian Dunn be too much for Tulane today? Yes, he can. There is definitely that world. I unfortunately am they're kind of hobbling over the finish line, and I don't like how rolls are a little weird right now with that team. That is a crazy shot by Jabari Smith. If anybody just saw that shot from the corner, that was such an unnecessary shot. Those shots are why we took Texas A&M today. They have no point guard to tell them not to do these things, and there's a little infighting. I'm telling you, Jabari Smith is annoyed as shit with these guards. So annoyed with these guards. Kent State is interesting. We'll see whether I was right or wrong about Sincere Carey, because he's going to have to go shot for shot with Mark Sears today. So if we would have gotten this price better, if this goes back to a pick'em or like something like that, like I took a little at minus 120. That's why I have the circle next to it, and I had to take a teeny bit of Fullerton anyways, but I got Fullerton at a much better price. I just don't think anyone should really be on Hawaii, although Hawaii's just gritty, man. Just gritty. Just a gritty group. So Sorry, you guys might have to repeat your questions today. I don't think I can scroll up and stuff. It's moving too quickly for me. But yeah, I think Miami's got such a big guard play edge. They make sense. It's fucked up. UMass. So UMass is I was questionable on. I was thinking about putting an X through it. But dude, since they're playing so well since they fired McCall, and being realistic, they have a huge guard play edge in that advantage. They really do. These prices, like these spots like Texas A&M, UMass, Miami, where you have like much better guard play and way more of them at a crazy dog price in the long run, win. People always overestimate the power of inside presence in the playoffs because you got to get the ball to them, right? That's why, like, in modern NBA, no big man wins a championship alone. It's like, yeah, well, it's just impossible. You got to get them the ball. Everybody's huge now. There's so many 6'5", 6'7" people on the court. Is Creighton or LSU a better play? Creighton because they're not LSU. Go type in Eric Gaines on Ishan Krish. Type in Eric Gaines on YouTube. Watch a couple videos of him. There's like, you'll see there, I don't know what like media group follows him around stuff. You'll see there's people around that program that make LSU. They're playing more than just basketball. They have so much stuff going on. There's not the best influences on that team. Will Wade should do a better job of keeping people out, to be completely honest. How does Kirk Reese's injury affect Arizona in your eyes? Maybe they have a chance now, Carson. I think he stinks. Damn, I'm on St. Louis. Why do you like Bonnie's? Because of the perimeter defense and the size on the perimeter that they can throw at Gibson Jimerson, and they're going to make Yuri Collins beat him in this game, and I'm just not a big Yuri Collins guy. Peterson, give me Fats Russell. Well, you'll never be able to say that again. That's the last time we'll ever be able to talk. I mean, we can still talk about him, but no more, nothing to talk about him anymore. Wish I could take Bonnie's, but I'm an NY guy. I don't really love Bonnie's as a team. It's just such a great matchup. Such a great matchup. Hawaii is cold, Shane Neckenberg. Like Kamaka Hepa and them, they are cold, but they're limping right now. And I think Fullerton, people asked me yesterday about Fullerton. Do you remember people were like, what guards did they have? Did anybody see Milstead pulling up from like freaking 30 feet, draining threes like it was Steph Curry yesterday? Nobody can ask me what guard Fullerton has anymore. I think Hawaii's tough. And at this price, maybe not as much anymore. But, dude, Milstead, people don't ask me what guards they have when you see Milstead or you see that tough-ass one of those brothers. They have a couple tough guards that are big shot makers. I love my Fullerton plus 500 future. I fucking love it. It makes me feel amazing inside. Oh, my God. Wendell Green just nailed a big one, huh? Yep, here they come. Here they come. All right. Should we flip for just the ending? How much time is left? 5-point game with 2 minutes. We'll flip for like the final minute. Yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see. I have a crazy Cincinnati future. Crazy Cincinnati future. But my Seton Hall one died yesterday. So did my Eastern Washington one. I cannot believe Eastern Washington didn't get any of those tips in. St. Bonnie has dominated St. Louis in the first half, both games this year, up by a combined 20 points. Yeah, they're not going to take their foot off the gas this time, though. I don't know. I mean, I like a lot of the personnel on St. Louis more than I like St. Bonnie's. I mean, more than I like Bonnie's. That's why it's honestly not a 2-unit play, because this matchup is just so difficult every time. Like, the perimeter length is really difficult for them. Whoa! Whoa, Quan Jackson! Whoa, Quan Jackson! Can I get a little Quan Jackson? Break that press. Break that press in half, baby. Snap it in half. I hope some people got the 3.5s on Creighton last night, by the way, because we like unanimously decided in the second live stream yesterday that we were all going to take Creighton. So I hope at least a couple people grab the 3.5 looking forward, because I think that's a good play today. People were asking about, okay, so let's break down that game, right? Creighton versus Providence. I think they're going to smother Providence on the perimeter. Like, Jared Bynum is the best initiator, and there's a reason why he was recruited to St. Joe's and not to Providence originally. It's because he's like a 5'11" little guy that lacks athleticism. He's really smart, really awesome. I love Jared Bynum, but he still is who he is, right? So good job, Peterson. Very nice. Rutgers upset. It just We said yesterday when we were watching the Iowa game in the morning, we were like, holy shit, look at this response after what happened to Illinois. All I want to do is buy this team. So I'm still at this place where all I want to do is buy this team. How do you get the ball stolen from you, Quan Jackson? Get back on defense. Whoa, you got back on defense, kid. You got back on defense, kid. Did anybody just see that? I don't know about I wouldn't be surprised if Rutgers does upset him. I'm hoping for it. I love Ron Harper. I would love to extend his college career because he's made me so much money. But I don't know. Yeah, did anybody? Ooh, what a block, dude. What a block. Dude, that's why they have some crazy guard defense on this Texas A&M team. That's why they're so dangerous. Like this Quan Jackson guy is like name 5 more athletic players in college basketball than this guy. Can we do it? Can anybody name them? Don't name them one after one. If anybody names 5 really good ones with commas separating them, I'll send you some money after this. I'll send you some of the Texas A&M Moneyline money. What's it called? Okay. Any other? Let's see. Running through. In progress. I really think these spots are all similar. Boom. Boom, boom, all similar. Texas A&M, UMass, Miami, all similar. Where the power on the inside is overrating. Jaden Ivey is not more athletic than that guy. He's just thicker. That guy is Quan Jackson's crazy athletic, dude. He can jump out the gym. He makes his old predecessor Quincy Acey look like a bum. So I think UMass is just. They have such a guard play edge. It's so big inside. Creighton or VCU? Why not both? Why must we limit our slate? Is it a limited bankroll kind of thing? Gun to my head, then just take VCU because VCU is not losing. VCU is one of our pet teams. Interesting strategy on St. Bonnie's. I'm not sure he's going to be up at F. I would assume they would be up at F, so matchup just continues to play out like it would, and then maybe St. Louis pulls something out of their ass if it does go wrong. I saw some of the UMass game yesterday, shot very well and picked apart GW. Well, here's the thing, too, they have to think about in the UMass game. UMass has an experienced point guard. I don't care, lack athleticism, whatever. Rich Kelly is very experienced. So they have the more experienced guard play, the better guard in Fernandez if you just need a bucket. And we get him at plus 425. I mean, it's like what drugs? It's similar to this game, right? Texas A&M, like who knows what ends up happening, but we got probably the 3 or 4 best guards in the game at plus 360. I mean, regardless of what else wants to happen, whatever. But why on MSU? I would lean that way because of the matchup. It's been the same the last however many times. I think actually Michigan State matches up really well. I guess Tyler Wall is a big X factor if he has a really good game. But I would always lean that way in the matchup. I get that their guards but Wisconsin can't press the guards, right? That's not Wisconsin style anyways. Guard's not going to throw that out there, so we don't have that problem. And Wisconsin, I don't know about anybody else. I thought Wisconsin looked like shit. I mean, I guess they missed a lot of layups and stuff. But they didn't look great versus Nebraska. So I would rather be on Michigan State. Any thoughts on Rutgers? Yeah, I love them. But I would not be investing opposite Iowa right now. I think they might be the best team in the country. They honestly might be the best team in the country if you really think about it. And it's scary to me to invest on the opposite side of them with a Rutgers offense. Just think about the amount of times you see Rutgers offense stagnate until there's like 5 seconds left on the shot clock. And then you see Ron Harper just pull up for some really difficult 3. And he makes them a lot of the times because he's awesome. But you know what I'm talking about, though? And then compare that with what's going to be coming, like the downhill fucking freight train that's going to be coming at you with Iowa. Now, if Rutgers manages to slow the game down, the ball's in Tony Perkins' hands a lot. He still has things to learn. Maybe if Rutgers can speed him up, get some free points off of that, and then otherwise keep the game very slow, low possessions, then I think Rutgers can win. I wouldn't put anything past Rutgers. This group is awesome. I really like them. I think Ron Harper's like an amazing college basketball player. Like, going to go down wildly underrated because he won't get the respect he deserves. But Brad Davison, a winner, bro. Yeah, I think he's probably a winner. I don't want to necessarily say that. It doesn't. When I say it, it sounds like a lie. Yeah, I think Iowa just has really high upside too. Like, look what they're putting on the court. It's like upside wise, it's like, damn, that's like in a college game. That's a lot of size. That's a lot of toughness, a lot of skill. Besides, for at the free throw line at the end of games. Thoughts on UCLA versus USC? I can't touch USC. I think they have a lot of advantages in that game, but their guard play is just what the fuck. So there's such a guard play disparity in that I could only take UCLA. But USC is a pet team for me, and I can dream, right? I don't know. I think Iowa comes out blazing. I can see him killing them by 50, literally 50 points. Can the Bearcats finish this out? I don't know. I'll turn it on in the second half. What are they shooting from three right now? What percentage is Cincinnati shooting from three? Is it under 45%? Thoughts on the Big 12 games? I'm going to them and looking for a lock. There's no such thing as a lock, so you're not going to find it, Miz. You'll be looking forever. It's like a Where's Waldo with no Waldo. Just a where's. Who's where's every. And the thing is, dude, any time in my life where I tried to switch to less games, just hammering more on them, it's like, why are you cheating yourself of your ability to pick games? You can pick games long term, especially if you're hanging out with us. If you're hanging out here, you can pick games long term. You're going to win more times than you're going to lose. I'll tell you that. I've done it for 20 years, so I promise I can help you do it. That's what I'm here to do, is to help. So you don't need to do that. Just spread the slate over what if you have a limited bankroll, then spread it over what you feel comfortable with, however many games you like. Because don't cheat yourself the ability to pick at a high rate. Variance is crazy, bro. Variance is absolutely wild, the things you'll see happen. We've blown people that have hung out. I mean, I've had like multiple 20-point leads blown in the last like month. It's just the way shit goes. Jake, my first video got 800 views. Good for you, buddy. I love Wyoming Moneyline. Yeah, I'd rather be on that side. I kind of at the end, I just think yesterday might spur something. I think they have a significant coaching edge, and I like their late games options more. I do think Boise State matches up pretty well, but I also think Wyoming defensively kind of matches up okay. So I'll take the more skilled players. So I'm gonna. I lean the 2.5. I'll end up taking probably a teeny bit. I would like to see it go to 3. I'm on Rutgers +7. Kind of hate it, but getting so close. Yeah, if you want to believe in Rutgers, dude, I'll never, tell you anything about that. 30% from 3, Cincinnati, and we're up at half. Then I think they can close it out. I do, and I believe in their late guards. I believe in David Jahulius over. I believe in Davenport and probably Saunders over. I believe in any of freaking Houston's guards. What has any of Houston's guards proven? I'm still waiting for it. Just want to slam my head through something sometimes. 2 weeks ago, to be exact. Yeah. Exactly. Variance just hits you, dude. It's just the way life goes. It's just variance is just the game. You just got to play through it. It's like foul trouble or something. You just play through it. Keep playing hard. Keep focused. But don't cheat yourself the ability to win long term by not even giving yourself the chance and ruining your bankroll in different spots where it's like, okay, now we have to be crazy and fight back from this or whatever. I got to pay a bookie or whatever. It's just like, why do that? Just don't do that to yourself. Creighton and VCU are pancakes. Yeah. Not sure on the name yet. Oof, I got Arkansas money line. I don't necessarily believe in those guards long term. I think Tony being out is not great in this matchup with those guys so you could have asked Tony to do a lot in this matchup. And now with like those weird tweener tough forwards for LSU are going to be annoying I would have liked to have Tony in this game, although you can just play Kamani Johnson, I guess, a lot. I don't trust LSU's guards as far as I can throw them, but I still know in the back of my head what Arkansas's guards are. I still know from all the years past where all these guys prior stops, I know who they are. So I do love Devo Davis and Williams, though. They're both awesome. Illinois is trash. Yeah, when they don't make threes, they're not great. Grand Canyon +2.5 is good value. I see a lot of people taking New Mexico State. I think it's another spot where I think Grand Canyon has like the best 3 guards. And I get they have an inside and size advantage on New Mexico State, but I'm getting the best 3 guards. I have a future on Grand Canyon. That's who I picked to win the WAC tournament. But I think I get like the best regards. I have Tayshaun Cherry to match up with, to at least, he's not going to be as big and physical, but he's played, Power 5 basketball. He's not going to be like afraid to bang with people. Like, come the fuck on. He played at Arizona State. Let's go here. So I like the guards much better. I'll take Blackshear, I'll take Holland Woods, and I'll take fucking the other guy over anybody on New Mexico State. Like Sir'Jabari Rice is all right on like spot up threes. Other than that, I think Teddy Allen's fucking wild. There's a reason why he didn't make it at West Virginia. So I don't believe in New Mexico State like everybody else does. There are a lot of people that believe in them. Just so you know. I mean, not just so you know, whatever. There are a ton of people that believe in them. This fucking Auburn game's not over yet, huh? This North Texas is a horrible basketball team. Are they winning or losing? What's the score in the North Texas game? We got the Louisiana Tech future. I got my Louisiana Tech future. Louisiana Tech skating by their chin yesterday. Auburn always fraudulent. Well, not when they had Jared Harper and Brown. They were pretty sick. LSU with Pinson is a good team, maybe. I still don't trust them. They have lost a lot of close games on the road, though. It's not like they're putting up dud performances or anything like that. So I understand what you're saying. Most confident play other than Creighton, probably VCU. I have a really hard time envisioning a world where VCU loses. Like, I'm trying to envision it in my head, and there's a lot of dark things in that world. I don't think it's a place any of us want to live, and I don't think we'll have to. It makes me sad inside when I think about that world. VCU has like little storylines and intangibles. Like, I'm not going to get into whatever fucking, I don't want to touch anything other than basketball on this channel. But like, their coach has stuck up for them with things like vaccine requirements and stuff like that, where he's really respect the players and been like, it's completely their decision. It's stuck up for them in the media and taken a lot of shit he didn't have to do. Those kind of sacrifices don't go unnoticed by karma in the world and shit like that. And caring and just like buy-ins and caring and really playing hard. Like that's what produces that shit. Jake, it's Bugon. We are really on different wavelengths today. Bugon, now you're Moneyline Matt. Bugon, you're morphing. You're just like a amphibious creature morphing right now. Don't we love both Temple and Tulane? What we doing there? Aaron Holtz, I know. Honestly, I just think Tulane's more experienced. I kind of trust Cross to create things against the like more, vertical-ish type guys and younger guys for Temple when it really counts. Dunn's kind of still hampery, plus Strickland trying to do too much on offense. And I think figuring out that balance is going to be the biggest thing Aaron McKee does this offseason. But, I kind of like, we talked about this, but I like Tulane better without freaking Jalen Cook. I'm now off the Jalen Cook bandwagon, and I like them better without him. Love it, man. GCU is great. I think GCU is awesome. I think Grand Canyon's really good. No, it's North Texas 35-30 with 4 minutes left. Oh, okay. Harper was a sicko. Jared Harper was a damn good college basketball player. King Ant. Louisiana Tech covered +1 yesterday. Made me sweat more than a sauna. Yep, Sean Resnick. I was scared. Bonnie's UAB in Iowa. I can see it. What is each thing next to the pick? These are like the egg sushis are supposed to be pancakes until we get pancake magnets. All of the little things are avocados, and then these are the sushi ones. So if you go on my profile, you'll see it's like half a unit, 2 units. I only do that. I don't have like max plays or all these crazy things. Like I'll save certain spots for people on the live stream, like a Jared Cannonier, like a Tom Aspinall coming up. Although I'm saying that to too many people, I'm going to fucking ruin it for myself. Although I have a lot down already, so it's what it is. But that comeback from Richmond yesterday was crazy. But yeah, can't you count on how many games has Rhode Island blown this year or tried to call Travis Cole Martinez? So don't use that in your analysis for VCU because, anybody can come back. A blind set of I don't know, why make fun of blind people, whatever. A really handicapped group of people can come back against Rhode Island. They make it very easy. North Texas, far from done. I agree. Grant McCaslin's a great coach. There's a reason why they're not wrecked. Louisiana Tech wasn't wrecked on the board at +5 today, even though I have a Louisiana Tech future. I also thought Charlotte could beat North Texas, but they didn't even get the chance. Thought that would have been a decent matchup. What's up, Lover to Trish? How are you, my brother? A&M game over. Good pick, Jake. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's a nice little +360 to start off the day, huh? Live North Texas, I don't want to do that. I have a lot of money on a Louisiana Tech future. But if you do it, I'm not going to be whatever. Throw on the Cincy game. Why? Is it good or bad? Is it good or bad? Was it good or bad? I don't know. Let me do it in a second. These comments are coming in so fast. Imagine when we get to a ton of people, we're gonna have to figure out a different format. Because, like I said, like 50 is like a lot. When it's 100 people in here, it just fucking I can't pay attention. This is too much for my brain. What's your Ohio pick? I just trust Mark Sears and more than Sincere Carey, but I've been wrong on Sincere Carey a lot in the last year. He's outplayed what I thought he was going to do a lot of the time. So, what's it called? Cashed out for 50% early profit on that Natty game. What Natty game? Got a feeling UConn could upset today. I mean, Villanova stinks. How does St. John's lose that game yesterday, dude? That's embarrassing. You guys had like a good chance. You would have had a good chance to go to the tournament. Like, what are you doing? That's so embarrassing. Champagne, you got to come up, kid. We need you to come up there. Michigan State, yeah, I'd lean that way just because I don't like Wisconsin's vibe right now at all. Does Texas get in the tournament after losing to TCU? Yes, they're still going to be in there. Not leaving Chris Beard out of the tournament. Yeah, sorry, Argiera. So ML or spread, David Bryant, you got to – I need – these things come in too late and it's moving too fast. I need you to write, like, it's the specific game or it's really hard for me, dude. Like, whatever questions or comment, the more, like, detail you can give so everybody can read it too, because it's delayed at least a little bit for me. I'm riding Creighton and Purdue today. I mean, it sucks, but Purdue's a terrible matchup for Penn State, although Penn State's playing really good, and I trust Purdue as far as I can throw them. I will never – how many times have you seen me bet on Purdue this year? I think like once. We have a good read on Purdue. We've faded them to quite good measure this year. Best pick today, I like Creighton and VCU a lot, but – I mean, maybe people would have said some other things. Texas A&M looked like a pretty damn good pick. So I don't know. You be the judge, man. I'm just trying to be here to give information to people. This is what I normally sell this for. I used to, or I normally, when you don't see me, fucking sell this for a lot of money. I'm just trying to help people. I want you to overlay this with what you're thinking and just let me be your guide. If you have a question, I'm here to answer it for, a couple hours a day. Just trying to help. So I don't think, yeah. Tailed Miami future, LA Tech future, and Fullerton future. Well, let's see. Tyler North. Let's see how it goes. Arkansas LSU over. I can see it going either way. It's how many of the turnovers are live ball turnovers versus like out of bounds for me a lot. So I can see it turning into a game in the 70s again easily. But I can also see it being like a 62 to 59 game. I mean, you can see it being anything. It just depends. I'm going to try live Bonnie's at a better number. Minus 130, isn't it? In my opinion, I like what you're thinking. I like what you're thinking, Carson. I like and you have a price and you're sticking to it. You don't have to buy it if it's not right price. You don't have to. No one's making you do it. Miami Moneyline today, I do have some. I don't know if I feel great about it. I mean, I want Duke to win. I'm a Duke fan, but just that guard disparity. I mean, it's the same thing as Texas A&M. Not everyone's going to win, but if you get like the couple best guards in the game. I mean, Keels is good, but the most experienced guards, the best guards in the game at like a plus 350 number, a plus 400 number. Do you know what the implied odds on that are? People are telling you they have like a fucking 20% chance of winning the game with all the best guards in the game. Like that's what people are trying to tell me. I said Texas A&M yesterday, circle it everybody tomorrow. And people are like, oh, but they're going to murder him inside. You have to get the fucking ball inside. You have to make the decision to continue to go to it. How many threes did Auburn take today? Because they don't have a point guard telling everybody, do this, do that, do that, do that. How many point guards? We've talked about this a lot before, but no Texas Tech love. I'm on Oklahoma, dude. I have Oklahoma money line. So we max bet. I don't know if we max bet them. We at least put a sushi on Texas Tech at home versus Oklahoma. That was like -9, -10 or something. when they played them at the end of the season. Oklahoma missed every goddamn three in that game. If they hit a reasonable percentage of their threes, that's a very, very close game. A very, very close game. There's not the home atmosphere at Texas Tech that we were worried about last time. I like Oklahoma. I understand that game can get bad quick. I understand there's no Elijah Harkless anymore, but they hit a reasonable percentage of their threes, and Umoja Gibson's a very good shooter. They have some shooters on that team. The Groves kids show out. We've seen them show out in March, have we not? Have we seen the Groves brothers show out in March? Let's rewind the brains. Have we seen it? Oh, yes, we have. They were here last March or the March before, whatever. Porter Moser can coach in March, exactly. So you're not going to be at a wild coaching disparity. I thought that Oklahoma should have made that game very close. The one that was at Texas Tech, I was watching that game like I'm on the wrong fucking side. There's a lot of open threes that they're missing. That's what I thought after watching that first game. I was like, I'm on the wrong side. So I'm now going to take this side and test my hypothesis. Let's see what happens. I think Oklahoma wins outright. Let's see what happens. LA Tech final score is so weird. The La Tech game's over. Did La Tech advance? Are our future still alive? Are they running down the forest? So it's crazy, but I'm feeling like if you just took every single dog just based on the hypothesis of parity amongst basketball, that you'd be so rich so far in these conference tournaments. If you just said literally, you're like hypothesis parity, every underdog money line, I wonder how you would have done. Because there's just so much parity with all these guards still around. I mean, think about all the old guards in the game. There's so many fifth-year guards. There's so many transfers, so much experience. So there's never been situations like this before where people have something to put it up against. And all these people with models, like you're putting it up against other old college basketball, not ones where it's like kids all fifth years. So that's why, in terms of market efficiency and stuff, when everybody's talking about line moves and this, although line movements today were pretty fucking sharp, I got to be honest. This morning, I was like, holy shit, they sucked value like a fucking vacuum out of the market this morning. Who wins the SEC tourney? I have Kentucky. We'll see. I think the Kentucky-Tennessee winner wins. Like I thought pre-tournament, that's what we said going into it. I said the winner of that game, we'll still see. Do you want the physical intangibles and the youth and stuff? You don't want youth, but the physical intangibles and take the youth with Tennessee, or do you want the experienced guard play that's not as athletic with Kentucky? Which do you trust in that spot? I actually think I would normally be all over the Kentucky side 10 times out of 10, but I kind of think Tennessee's two guards are special. And then on the offensive end, they can at least like semi-stay in front. You can stay with Wheeler, and then none of the guards are like, I don't trust Ty Washington to completely win a game using his size and like bullying people. So that would ultimately, it scares me. I almost would want to take Tennessee. Creighton plus 135. I'm leaning money line. I'm going to, out of pure respect for Providence, because we believe in Providence as arguably like a top whatever team, I'm going to take the plus. I have a ton of plus 3.5, like an absurd amount of plus 3.5. La Tech dub. Our futures are still alive. We believe in Emory Archibald. We believe in these kids. Guys, we said it before. I'm not killing all the personnel things. I will not fall. So we'll see. This is another personnel spot, Montana State, where I just believe in the people on Montana State, the kids, more than I believe by a mile and a half, by a country fucking mile. I believe in Montana State's kids more than I believe in Weber State. So we'll see. Well, if the world's a good place today, so we'll see. Another reason I want to take Long Beach State. USCSB's coach, kind of a dirtbag. I don't know if people know a lot about Pasternak. A little bit of a dirtbag. A dog with heavy senior guards should keep it close against the younger, more talented team. Yeah, I mean, that's generally like you want to play experienced guard play. Like whenever people know Sin City's pretty sharp, if you look at his picks, he 9 times out of 10 just takes a more experienced guard play, and you see he wins like a very high percentage. Like obviously a lot more goes into the handicap for him. He knows what he's talking about. But I mean, like 9 times out of 10, he's on the more experienced guard play side. I'm a little crazy sometimes. I'm a dreamer. Everybody knows I'm a dreamer, so I got myself in the dreamer spots. Say hot, buddy. It doesn't. If we're hot, we're cold, we come back, we do work every day like it's the same. Nothing matters. I've been doing this for 20 fucking years. You just come back to the board, you do it again. Someone say dreamer. Aaron Holtz is the ultimate dreamer. 42-36 Tech final score? That's why I didn't know how much time was left in the game, because I was like, Jake, look at Rutgers live line. Should we throw on a game? I have no games on right now. It's minorly depressing. Iowa getting bent over early. Ew. Well, let's see. Interesting, right? So Northwestern can't punch Iowa in the mouth with physicality. So let's see how this Iowa team responds to some physicality after the Illinois debacle after yesterday. Now you're a little whatever. Let's see how you respond to getting punched in the mouth with some physicality. Godfather, I freaking noticed you. I'm sorry, man. It's moving so fast. I'm trying to get to games. I noticed you, brother. All right. The Aryan race, maybe minorly nicer. I took Rutgers plus 120. You flipped. Tulane money line, brother. Yeah. I mean, I definitely lean that side. I put an X because I just don't feel like going against Temple. What's the point for me? What's the point? I mean, I already took a little, but I'm not taking any more. Tony is playing for Arkansas. Are we confirmed on that, Big Mac? Can we get a second? Anybody got a second? Or Big Mac, are you sure of it? Can we get one of the two and I'll erase it? Do you believe Miami can beat Duke again? Why not? They have the best 3 or 4 guards in the game. They have all the experience, and they were murdering them on easy buckets and didn't hit any threes. Imagine Ethan Max. Imagine if Miami hit 40% of threes, has a good shooting game. Duke's fucked. Or they're going to have to shoot unbelievable themselves. But we have a big coaching edge at this point. I don't even think Duke does anything. We don't even try. Houston coming back. Rutgers clapping right now. Confirming it. I go to UARC. Oh, shit. Good man. Good man. Let me get my thing. Thank you, brother. Dude, I have to continue to do this for nothing else. I have to continue to do this chat. That's big. I think that's big. We have such good information in here, dude. We have freaking sick information in here. Aryan Race, you're the man. You're a good person. Iowa about to take over. Still would lean LSU. We barely beat them at home, beat them on the road without Pinson. Yeah, I would still lean LSU too. Coach K just wins, doesn't cover. Coach K hasn't coached in 3 or 4 years. I'm a huge Duke fan. I follow their every move. Coach K stopped coaching 3 or 4 years ago. We're we lack defensive soundness like you wouldn't believe over the last however many years. Has Fran McCaffrey ever been successful in March? Always says top 35 teams never had 20 results. Thinking about that. I don't know. I got to turn on that game, though, because it does seem like a good live betting opportunity is coming one way or the other. Arkansas, LSU. Yeah, I don't know. The problem is I don't trust LSU's guards as far as I can throw them. So that's a big problem for me in terms of, maybe I should throw on the Cincinnati game, though, soon enough. Let's see them keep it close for a little longer, and then I'll throw it on and get my hopes up. But let's see. Let's see how Rutgers does here. See if they can punch it back out. See their offense. This is what I'm talking about. Whoever's on and it's 12:55. Possessions like that. What the fuck is that? Come on. Dude, you guys are a bunch of seniors. Come on. Figure it out. That you cannot have a wasted possession like that. I don't care. Arkansas money line. Anthony Guerra. I'm not sure they win that game that percentage of the time with those guards. I really want to caution people, and I might be wrong here, so this is just my opinion. My opinion cautions people from getting too high on Arkansas's guards. I've seen Chris Likes do a lot of crazy things. JD Note is a little wild. These guys are outside of Devo Davis. There's none of them that I'm super high on, to be realistic. Gun to my head, I'm taking LSU as fucked up as it is. And I trust their guards 0%. But I do like Brandon Murray. I will say Brandon Murray's a stud. So I'm out on Tulane. I'd rather be on that side, but I just don't see the point in me playing against. It's almost like yesterday where Middle Tennessee has been a baby of ours all season. Then I just put Utah on the leans board. It's well, why do I have Tulane up there when Temple's made us so much damn money this season? I don't know if people were around in the non-con. We were taking them at Vanderbilt in the non-con money line and winning. Temple's made me an ungodly amount. Damian Dunn, if he ever needs anything, I got him with the amount of money he helped me with this year. Jalen Williams is mad nice, bro. They're mad nice. Greta Joe, maybe just shut the whole thing down. Just put an out of office up. Can almost grab Iowa live under -150. Interesting. I wish I just saw how they made a bucket there. How'd they get it? You like the next time down getting what looked like an easy layup after the shot clock expiring, though. Temple moves at a grandma pace. Yeah, I think that's part of the game plan. Take Miami points, not money line. Yeah, I take some of both. I think there's value. I just take where there's value. Unless it's like a really bad. I think I'm on the right guard side in all of these spots, though, the more I think about it. Right guard side, right guard side, right guard side, right guard side. I don't know. The ball security wise, maybe not right guard side, but definitely right guard side overall. Right guard side. Right guard side, right guard side. Yeah. Creighton's debatable, but what we're going to be able to accomplish defensively is going to give Providence such fits, I think. And Creighton's hot. They're just playing like you could feel it was palpable yesterday watching that Creighton game. You were like, ooh, get Nembhard out of there and things start looking all funky. Imagine what Gonzaga could be without a Nembhard. You ever think about that? Cincinnati breaking your heart, are they? Do I like Mississippi? Who is Mississippi playing? I think it's over for them. Against Tennessee? No, I don't like it. How much does big man play go into decision making? I mean, it just depends, like, relative to the other factors. Like, it's all one big puzzle, but, like, guard play certainly is, like, paramount, especially in March. Like, you have to get people the ball. People always fail to, like, remember that the guy's got to get the ball to, like, inside, or he's just going to get the ball in a position he's not great at. And, like, Jabari Smith can take as many threes as he wants, frankly. I frankly don't care. Let Jabari Smith take 30 for threes a game. And, like, I get he's a decent three-point shooter, but I'll go with my guards and what they're doing versus that. So you have to be able to get them the ball in the right spot. Do teams get them the ball in the right spot? Something USC does a very poor job at, getting Isaiah Mosley the ball in the right spots. Isaiah Mosley gets the ball in the right spot maybe twice a game. The rest of the time, he's just having to dick around and use his poor ball handling and gets himself into trouble, similar to Jabari Smith sometimes. So you really got to be able to – you can make people look a lot better by having a point guard. There's just not many point guards this year. Something I've been undervaluing for UConn, because even though he's a super unathletic point guard, he's still a point guard. Godfather, you cannot be letting somebody cost you coin. You can't be taking people's I wouldn't take anybody's picks. I've never taken a man's pick unless it was inside information in my life. I got to be able to agree it, overlay it what I want. And, you know, somebody can tell me they're the sharpest person in the world. Well, I still want to – I'll live and die by my own sword. I'm just trying to give you information. If you agree with the matchup, if you agree with whatever, if there's something I can point out about the matchups that I like something like like San Diego State. Like, Dutcher fucking owns Medved in coaching. They always match up well in that spot. Their defense always plays up in this spot. The Oklahoma game, I literally watched with my own eyes and saw them just miss wide open three after open three. And I'm like, yo, if half of these goes in, this is a fucking basketball game. And then do I necessarily trust Texas Tech's late game scoring versus Oklahoma's? I mean, I'll take fucking Umoja Gibson over Davian Warren. If Umoja Gibson was on Texas Tech, I mean, he can't fit into the defensive scheme. But if he was on that team, I'd freaking be taking Texas Tech to probably win the championship. That might be a more realistic pick now. Well, after all those conversations we've had about Texas, like, speaking of North Texas, that's a kid, Umoja Gibson, who transferred out, who can make a big time shot. Yeah, I mean, I think Colorado State is also starting to move more towards their optimal win condition. Like, if you saw in the middle of the year, David Roddy's taking final shots and stuff, and now who took the final shot yesterday? Isaiah Stevenson. So Utah State covered, though. How does the SEC look now with Auburn out? Nothing changes for me. I still think it's Tennessee, Kentucky. The winner of that wins. So nothing changes. I think Tennessee, is going to beat Mississippi State. Come on. Mississippi State, beat South Carolina yesterday. They couldn't win on the road during the regular season. Let's not get out of our britches here. Mississippi State's not beating Tennessee. There's a lot of things I think could happen, but there's no way their guard play is deficient enough. Might be close. Maybe the size, especially at the guard spot, if Molinar really just truck sticks some people, says, fuck you. But other than that, man, yeah, not for me. Nice, Tyler B. We ride. What seed does Auburn fall to? Who knows? I got to do my buddy said I should do that. I mean, my dad and my brother get here tonight, so I don't think I'm going to have time, but I was going to try and do on Selection Sunday my own seeding first. Maybe I'll have time to do it. We'll see. But I think that's probably too hard of a project to attempt with how much I'm about to have going on. Rutgers up 6 with the ball. I'm watching out of the corner of my eye. I see Gio getting the ball. Now they're getting it inside. Interesting. They have mismatch. You go to Harper. Yeah, see, it's just like the level of skill on offense is a problem long-term throughout this game, it feels. But I haven't watched Iowa's offense yet. Let's watch a couple of possessions of Iowa's offense, and I'll be more confident to take Iowa live. Any other games people have questions on? I think we've gone over every single one on this side, everyone on that side. I do think Hawaii's tough as shit, so this price now is annoying. If it comes down, I'll probably add. I got a little last night. I should have made a video last night. It's really my bad with how much these lines are moving and how much everyone's paying attention. I promise during the tournament, I will put shit out overnight because it's a little fucked up. Things got a little fucked up. Got crushed yesterday. I need one winner. What's your favorite pick day? How did you get crushed? We went 7 for 8. Cookie Co. You look familiar. Maybe I'm wrong. Sorry. Apologize. But you got UConn or Villanova. I don't know. They both stink. I wanted to say Villanova. Villanova was about to be here, and then I was like, there's a large portion of this is my hatred for UConn, and I still like Polly and Whaley. And Sonogo. I really like everyone but RJ Cole. First time seeing you. Oh, my bad, brother. Come hang out. We're here pretty daily except weekends. I can't do weekends yet. My brain needs the time to recover. What did you say about Fullerton and Hawaii? Whoever wins Fullerton and Hawaii wins, in my opinion. I think so. I mean, if UCSB somehow gets by Long Beach tonight, then this AJ Mitchell kid doesn't have much left in the tank. Yeah. I always just the firepower is going to end up being a problem at some point, I think. The firepower is a little difficult. UC or UCLA, I just can't do USC's guard play. I was there last night when USC melted down at the end, and it was something to behold. I think the St. Peter, oh my God. I think the St. Peter's line is too wide. But what's it called? I only want to take them because they're my MAC tournament winner. SMU got way too wide, but against the zone with their guard play. How about Wichita State shit in the bed yesterday, by the way? I told you. Can always shit. Cincy down 2 with 10 minutes left. Still a long game. A lot of time to go. Cincinnati plus 12.5 was such a pancake in my mind. A lot of variance in these games. That's the thing. It's like if you're on the, like you got to, I don't know. In my head, there's a lot of variance in a lot of the spots like that. So I try and just split between Moneyline and spread. And then I'm like not upset to split on a game. Like that doesn't mean anything to me. This is a long-term thing. I know I'm going to hit a lot of money lines like Texas A&M. Like we hit it like Pitt, Wisconsin, whatever. We've hit 1 million of them this year. That's where the money's made. When you bet long-term, you'll start to realize the bigger the odds generally is where a lot of the value is. Why did the Montana line flip? Because people believe in the talent of Weber State. I just know they're going to throw the ball out of bounds enough where Montana State's going to have a very good chance to win the game. Need your best play on the board left. Jake, hit me one time. VCU. If VCU loses today, I will be gobshocked. That would be the funniest thing I could ever believe in. I would never believe that happened. I would have to pinch myself 16 times. I love VCU. I think Vince Williams is an amazing college basketball player. Love it. I'm throwing 10 units. Dude, we can't be throwing 10 units, I think. 10% of your bankroll on one game with college kids. I mean, whatever. I don't tell anybody what to do with their money. I do fucking insane things. I buy my dog like Hermes dog collars and shit. So I can't say anything. But fucking, I mean, I don't know, man. That's a fucking lot. Am I crazy? I took all the plus 400 and hope at least 2 of my 6 win. I mean, did you handicap them? If you handicapped them and thought that, I don't think you're crazy. If not, maybe crazy. Houston up 6. What are you going to do? Whatever. It's not over. Maybe I need to put that game on and get some juju going. Thoughts on Middle Tennessee? I think that line is crazy wide now, but just like at some point, the youth and everything ends. I love Cam Weston. I'm going to be investing in so much Cam Weston no matter what team he's on because I think he's going to transfer up somewhere. But did Jefferson play yesterday? Does anybody know if Jefferson plays yesterday? Is someone out for Temple? Jeremiah Williams should be out, but Cook should definitely be out. Which teams in March do you think can go the furthest with their guard play? I don't know. Miami's got some pretty fucking legit guard play. I don't know. Let me get back to you. My brain I can't like shuffle through everything in my head right now. I'm more units on live betting. VCU, I would just take the money line. I would just eat that and take the money line. A guard is out for Temple. Yeah, Jeremiah Williams, who's legit. I'm from Richmond. That VCU game should be a lock. I don't like to use that word, but I fucking can't imagine a world where VCU loses. It's so difficult for me to imagine a world where they lose. Like, I don't know. Anything can happen. You know what I mean? But I just what I know about that program versus what I've seen like unravel from the Richmond program over the last how many years, that program just kind of unravel in big spots and stuff. I just don't understand how they beat the mental toughness of VCU in a big spot. If for nothing else on the court, I get there's a big turnover disparity here. That's why I'm surprised the line moved up so much. A lot of people would see that Richmond really takes care of the ball and VCU can struggle at times. So that's going to be like the counterpoint in this argument. But more people on board, and people just don't trust what they see from Richmond, which they shouldn't because it's not good. So, but people say crazy things already. Well, I don't hate it, Tyler B. I don't hate it. Locks are for doors. I agree. Memphis, too wide for me too, but I'd rather be on that side against a UCF team I don't trust at all. Super easy matchups for both these teams. Really difficult for them to lose. So they'll be meeting up, and then I'm probably going to be on SMU over Memphis while the market overreacts and puts Memphis as a favorite. And I'll probably hop right on SMU at that dog price, slide right into the DM, right into SMU's DMs and beg them not to beg Kendrick Davis to come play. Give me John Newman all day, every day, and twice on Friday. I'm a good John Newman guy. What's the score? All right, time for me to hop in. Let me slide into this game because I got to head out in a few minutes. Anybody got any last questions? I'll take a picture of this and post it on Twitter and on my Instagram story if people need to look at it again. But I told you guys that my girl got in car accident yesterday. I'm going to go help her. I'm going to go get her some stuff. Some breakfast and stuff. Grand Canyon should be favored at Unreal. I think the same thing. I know a lot of really smart people that are on New Mexico State. I just don't believe in them. I don't believe in that guard play. It's not for me, man. It's not for me, man. I'm not down with that shit. So, yeah, this is what I ended up with. VCU -4. I'm just taking the money line. I don't feel like messing around. Yeah, I'm going to, because I feel bad that I always like miss the people that can only come on at 1 o'clock because there's part of the crew that got like super used to that with like drives home from works and shit. So I'm going to pop back on a little bit this afternoon or something. But yeah, Godfather, Fullerton, what's it called? That Milstead kid. Was it you who asked me what guards they have? They have him, baby. Looking like Steph Curry yesterday. He's on, which is nice for this tournament. I think Cal Fullerton finally gets this Dedrick Taylor coach to the tournament. He's been trying for a long time. If you remember, he had maybe he got there? No, I think he got there versus Purdue. Maybe he did. He made it there once. So maybe that narrative's out. I like that coach, though. Dedrick Taylor for Cal State Fullerton. I'm a fan of that guy. I appreciate it, Rob Osable. That means a lot. I appreciate it. Fucking I am. I'm gonna do my best. Keep doing it. Plus, we got baseball season. Now that we're gonna have a baseball season, that's like my favorite season. I can talk baseball all the time, like pitching matchups and shit, and like lineups versus how guys are gonna hit certain pitchers. I can literally talk about for fucking. I don't know why that fascinates me so much, but I could talk about it for days. 4-2 LSU, 6 minutes in. This is going to be a rock fight. It is going to be a rock fight. Oh, shit. All right, boys. I'll talk to you guys soon. I'm going to hop back on later. If I see you guys, I'll see you then. What's up, Ricky? How are you, brother? But, yeah, we will talk soon. I am hoping Freddie Freeman's going to be a Yankee. I hear there's an outside chance he's going to be a Yankee. We'll get him first, Tyler B. Don't you touch him. Tyler B., take your hands off Freddie Freeman, you sicko, and you give him back. He's coming to New York if he's leaving Atlanta. You keep your paws off of him. No, don't you dare say let's go Halos. None of you. Stop it. All right, I'll talk to you guys a little bit later. I'm a Braves man, dude. I'm a fucking Braves man after those futures. I'm a Braves man after – hopefully there's some people in here that were loading up along the way with me, but I'm a Braves fan, kid. Okay? I'll be a Braves fan forever. This house is very much a Braves fan. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Be good.